All right, chat. We're going to break down this patch notes, talk about the changes, and see who's the biggest winners in Season 4. So let's talk about what they're going to say. So the Marvel Rivals universe is shifting. Some are getting recharged, some are facing nerfs, and new team-up changes are bringing even more epic showdowns. Let's break down which heroes are getting a power boost, who's feeling the sting. Okay, right off the bat, Captain America. Cap's damage output is getting a slight downgrade. Remove the team-up anchor bonus, 5% damage boost. Okay, so that's interesting. They just made him do less damage. I know Cap has been performing really well this season, and in high elo, he's been an absolute hard carry in the right hands with the right comps. I don't know if I love the idea of making him less lethal, though. I think they could have, like, maybe nerfed his survivability slightly instead if they were going to nerf him, but this is an interesting change. It's probably not going to be felt too bad, but yeah, I mean, for Cap, like, every bit of damage is, like, needed, so it, yeah, this probably sucks for Cap mains. Unfortunate. Sorry, Cap mains. Unfortunate for y'all. All right, let's talk about Doctor Strange. The Sorcerer Supreme is now casting faster, but he's trading a bit of survivability for offensive mystique. Reduce Maelstrom of Madness cooldown from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. Reduce base health from 600 to 575. This is a crazy strong change. Because, yeah, let's look at him real quick. Because that's just incredible. That's actually just insane. You're just going to be able to, like, spam this a lot. Like, a lot. Doesn't this also mean that you're just almost never going to anti-heal yourself? It's like going to be almost impossible to anti-heal yourself because you're just going to be able to keep Maelstrom, like, you can mom like over and over and over again, and you're never going to anti yourself at all. Like, chat, I'm telling you, I think this is a really, really big deal. Like, Strange has been, like, slowly getting these buffs, like, here and there, and I think this one really puts it over the edge. Like, this is a fucking great change. Like, really, really strong. I don't know if Strange is going to be, like, the best tank in the game or anything like that, but I do think that he's going to be comfortably, like, A tier or above now. He's just going to be really, really good. Like, this is a really big change. The minor health nerf doesn't matter. I think this is really good, really strong. Okay. Ember Frost, the White Queen's Control, and survivability are getting a little less unbreakable. Increase diamond form cooldown from 15 seconds to 18 seconds. Holy sh... Okay. Reduce telepathic pulse energy gained when hitting shields from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. Yeah, this is wild. 18 seconds. And you get less pulse from hitting shields. So in the poke mirror against shield tanks, like, this is going to be especially important against, like, Strange versus like the Strange matchup, the Strange Mag dual tank matchup. You're just going to get really low charge. And, like, the fact that this diamond cooldown, the diamond form cooldown is so high. Now, the crazy thing about this is I still think that Emma's still going to be really strong, but at least in ranked, it's going to be really hard. Like, it's going to be a lot easier to play around her cooldown. If you can force this cooldown on pretty much any character and then, like, run away, you just get so much value. So if a diver can, like, just really target, like, you can cycle once, target the Emma's cooldown, force it out, and then you can go back again, and she's just, like, this useless fucking character. Yeah, like, that's just insane. You know, chat, if a cooldown needs to be 18 seconds long, maybe it's just, like, too strong of an ability, you know? Maybe we should just make this ability weaker and then, like, not have it on 18 seconds. I don't know. That's crazy. Okay, Petty Parker. Enemies caught in Penny's web are in for a stickier situation, and her ultimate got slightly more threatening. Spider Drone new effect now slows enemies by 8% for 2 seconds. Each hit stacks the effect and resets the slow period, stacking up to 40%. Okay, wait. Spider Drone new. I gotta make sure that I'm getting this right, because new effect now slows enemies hit by 8% for 2 seconds. Each hit stacks the enemy effect and resets the slow period, stacking up to 40%. Chat, what is this? This is gonna be, like, some nonsense. like running into her, like running into the area that's next to her generators are like each hit stacks the effect and resets the slow period. So like if you get chain hit by this, you're just like you're walking in fucking slow motion. Like what? Huh? But why? I just don't understand. Like, here's the thing. Like, the only people that are walking into this in the first place are, like, people that are already bad against Peni. Like, tanks and, like brawlers and, like, melee characters. Like, people are not going to care. Like, the characters that are good against Peni Nest and Peni as a whole are just, like, playing distance and shooting it from distance. So, like, this makes her better against the characters she was already good at. Like, more dominant. More polarizing against the characters she's already good at. All right, well, all right, cool. Reduce spider drone release interval during ultimate 7 seconds to 0.5. Okay, well, I mean, I guess when you stack this with this, you're just gonna be able to slow a whole bunch of people that are on point, which makes this a lot more powerful. Yeah, because you're just constantly releasing spider drones. So what it seems like is that you're gonna be able to the entire area of the map, you're gonna be able to run around and like just make people all like 40% slow. Like everyone's just walking in slow motion in Peni Park Girl. Now I don't really think that this makes her ult like amazing or anything like that, because you would still rather have like a mass CC ultimate like any of the other tank ultimates, but it's, I mean, it's a start. It's better. So yeah, this is gonna be you know, I mean, Peni ult did need a buff, but this ability is crazy. Like, I feel like this is gonna be the most frustrating thing in the world. Swapping to counter Peni when a Peni is set up on like a choke point is gonna be more important than ever. If you're just trying to like constantly beat your head into a wall trying to deal with it, it's gonna be so frustrating. But yeah, anyways, let's talk about Thor. The God of Thunder's ultimate is getting an upgrade. More speed, new stun, greater bring the thunder. Increased movement speed during the ultimate ability from 600 to 700. After ultimate ability lands, stun surrounding enemies for 1 second. It's getting an upgrade. More speed, new stun. Okay. What? Increased movement speed, so you're faster. And then you're gonna stun enemies? Wait. Like, just straight up they can't do anything? Wait, this is actually really good. Like, so one of the things I talked about when I placed these characters in my tier list, both Peni and Thor, is that their ultimates were so much of more like there's such a high liability, because like most of the ults in the tanking category are all really good, capable of winning fights by themselves, capable of trading with defensive ultimates, and Thor and Peni just weren't guaranteed to do that. I don't know if Peni has gotten there with this, but I think for sure Thor has, because the fear of being stunned means that if you slam on top of somebody, you're almost assuredly going to be able to finish them off, and you're going to be able to slam on top of somebody much more consistently because of an extra 100. So you fly over top of like a Luna, you drop your bubble, you pop your ultimate. She's gonna try to run away, get slowed. You're gonna be right over top of her. She has to pop an ult now. She has to, because if she doesn't, even if she doesn't die, she's gonna get stunned. And like enemies that are nearby are also gonna be able to be stunned. So if you get that first kill, you might be able to get that second kill too. And then then you just snowball the fight. Like, this is really good. Really good. Like holy shit, this is so good. Thor's back on the menu. And then combine this with the Angela team up, giving Thor extra bits of mobility and playmaking. Like, Thor's feeling good. Thor's feeling good, man. Thor's feeling good. All right, duelists. T'Challa's survivability after striking a marked enemy is now less kingly. Reduce bonus health gained when striking vibranium marked enemies with Spirit Rend from 30 to 25, and reduce base health from 300 to 275. So yeah, basically he's gonna be less survivable in general. Gonna get less health when he's just fighting and hitting marks. He's gonna have less health overall. It's pretty much like all of this. His compensation is that he's getting that Hulk team up, the Hulk team up that we saw where he gets a bubble when he drops below a certain health total. And I think that team up is legitimately really good. And that's kind of the problem, is that like Hulk mains, y'all are gonna get banned out. Like, I'm sorry, Hulk players. Y'all are gonna get targeted like a lot. Just because people are just gonna see as Panther as less of a threat when he doesn't have that bubble. Like, but the reality is, like, good Panthers, this isn't gonna affect them all that much. They weren't playing for their survivability that much. They're just playing to, like, blitz you. Like, they win the fight or they don't. It's not like they're winning the fight at, like, you know, 30 HP or whatever. But yeah. So I don't really think it changes that much for BP, but it does give you a little bit more counterplay with characters that were already good against BP, though. It's going to be a little bit easier for Bucky's to kill the Black Panther, or the Namor to kill the Black Panther. I think the thing's going to be way more annoying. Yeah. Blade, the Daywalker's sword just got a little sharper. More melee damage for those who hunt in the night. Increased ancestral sword damage per slash from 22 to 24. If we look at ancestral sword, that's just his primary, right? Or is that is? Yeah. Does that affect his sword when he's using his ability too? Let me see. Does it actually affect both? Yeah, enhancing. Yeah, no, it does. Like, wait, that's actually massive for him as a whole. Like, that actually changes a lot about him, because it increases his lifesteal when he's in his enraged mode or whatever. I think I've thought for a while that Blade is kind of on the cusp, and when you buff damage numbers, this could change everything about him, because it could change the threshold between him. Like there are moments where I feel like you're really close to an edge of, like, if you can cross this threshold, all of a sudden you're just impossible to interact with. Like, you're just going to be able to just brawl out the entire tank line and they can't do anything to stop you if they don't have any CC. I think this is a really good change. I'm going to have Blade on my radar as a character that just might, like, if I were to tell you about any character that just might become broken out of nowhere, it would be Blade, because he just has that potential. His ultimate is good. He's very survivable with so much health, so much mobility. If this can cross him through that threshold, it could be a really big deal. I'm not sure if it's enough, but a 2 damage per slash increase is a massive deal on a character that slashes so fucking much. So, what the fuck is this? Okay, Magik. Okay, Magik loses her team up anchor bonus, but now gets a whole arsenal upgrades to compensate. So she lost her 15% damage boost. Okay. Well, let's see what she gets instead. So, reduced charge time required for Magik slash maximum damage from 1.8 seconds to 1.2 seconds. Okay, so that's a really fast slash. Okay. Magik slash to effect. Projectile now pierces enemies and reduce stepping disc cooldown by 1 per second per enemy hit. Wait, this is crazy. This is really cool. You get to charge it up really quick. And if you hit someone, you get more, like, you get a faster stepping disc, which just, like, can chain off to everything else. Massive. We're getting a damage increase here, a slight damage increase here. So I don't know what the math is on this, but most of this is probably meant to balance out the removing of the 15%. Damage rage 8 to 20, melee normal attack from 30 to 40. This is more than 15%, right? And then this is less. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think this is going to be one that we're going to have to kind of figure out over time, because it's not going to be as clear. It also could easily create different combos. There could be new combos that come up from the character that, like, actually make sense with the new changes. We'll just have to wait and see and test it when we get access to the NDA. During Darkchild ultimate ability, increased whirlwind single hit damage from 35 to 45, and umbral incursion damage from 135 to 140. So yeah, the damage stuff, hard to understand properly because of the 15% damage boost. I'm not going to do the math here. Someone in the comments could do the math if you want to, but we're going to actually test it, because I think that's more important, is just to be able to test, like, what new combos exist, if there are any. But this is a really big deal. Consistent slash hits, less cooldowns on stepping discs. Anything that's like a cooldown change for Magik, big deal. So I'm excited about Magik for sure. Okay, Moon Knight. Mark Spectre's blade is now Moon charged for maximum chaos. Moon blade now holds 2 charges, each taking 6 seconds to recharge. Wait. Okay. That's his right click, right? That's his alternate fire. His Moon blade. Yeah, Moon blade. This is the one that also heals him. If this hits, it heals him. It gives him shields. That's actually gonna be pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie, especially because like, so it's on it. Moon Knight's always trying to save up for these like all-in bursts out of nowhere. The fact that he could like onk primary Moonblade like out of nowhere is like, that's a lot. Like like yes, he'll have no Moonblade for 12 seconds, but who cares if he has no Moonblade for 12 seconds if he killed someone, 2 people even, like out of nowhere. And then like the fact that like Moonblade also does give him life gain or shield gain, the bonus health. It gives him 25. That's what he does. 25 bonus health. It's gonna help him in duels, in situations where like he gets pushed, he gets double Moonblade. I think this is a pretty big deal for Moon Knight. This is good. This is a really good change for him. It's gonna be mad annoying to play against, but good change for him. Okay, Psylocke. Size burst damage has been slightly dialed back. Decrease the retrieve damage of winged shurikens hit by 12 to 8. Wow. Wow, that's a big nerf to her combo. Holy. Just the retrieve damage, but that is a big nerf to her combo. It's gonna be a lot harder to one-clip people. That's a big change. That's actually a larger change than I thought. I thought they were gonna do something really minor. This is not that minor. This is actually a big deal. I think Psylocke is still gonna be good. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, this is a big deal. Just for one clips, I think it really hurts like Psylocke's that we're getting max value from the character. Okay, Scarlet Witch. Wanda's survivability and ultimate are going to get a magical upgrade. Can now be healed by teammates during Mystic Projection. Okay, this is good because that was one of the most frustrating things about Scarlet Witch is that when she's faded, you can't heal her, and then you have to just wait until she's out of it in order to heal her. But yeah, it's just really doesn't make any sense. Reality eraser damage from 800 to 9999. Wait. What the fuck is that? So her ultimate so basically her ultimate kills Blade through his block is what this does. Blade cannot block it and like survive. That's I mean that's the only thing. I guess like tanks are just like if you're Hulk, if you're primaling as Hulk, you're still fucked. Like I mean you can stun it, so like who cares? But like if you don't stun it, I guess I don't know. Yeah, I guess yeah, tanks could survive. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, that's fair. New effect now pulls in nearby enemies within 15 meters during cast charge. Max pull speed up to 2.4 meters per second. Wait, what? Now pulls in at nearby enemies within 15 meters during cast charge. Wait, what the fuck? This is added to her reality eraser? So when you pop the ultimate, you're like sucking people in? Huh? Is that how that works? That's oh god. that's gonna be interesting. So okay, so what this does is like it means that like the whole thing with the problem with her ultimate in the first place is that it was like you could fight or flight. Like there was so many situations where you can run away and just not care, and there's so many situations where you could just kill her and not care, right? Now the flight is harder, but she still has the problem of she can be fought. She could just be killed. So I think what this does is if you combine this ultimate with like a Magneto bubble, some way to protect her, all of a sudden it can be really strong because they can't run away. They have to challenge, and if they challenge and it gets protected, then they're like really sad. I also could see something funny like you're walking as Strange like in front of her, and then like she's popping it and it's like pulling people in, because it's kind of like slight mass CC. It's interesting. We'll have to feel exactly like what this actually feels like, but it definitely makes this way stronger. Like this is actually a really Scarlet Witch I think has been the weakest DPS for a while, and this is like some nice buffs to her. It's not gonna make her meta or anything like that, but it definitely makes her like way stronger. This especially is a really good change. This is a nice change, and this is like kind of scary a little bit. Okay, Squirrel Girl. Doreen is less of a menace from afar. Reduce burst acorn damage from 110 to 100. Okay. Increase the damage of Squirrel Blockade from 35 to 50. Increase mammal bond cooldown from 10 seconds to 50 seconds. Squirrel blockade. Wait. What? Let me go look at Squirrel Girl. Okay. Okay, so this does more damage. The stun, but the primary does less. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, yeah, if you're able to get people in your stuns, you could actually do more because you're doing 15 more. Well, not really, because, like, what you could do before is you could double shoot them, and you're going to do 10 less damage. Yeah, this is interesting of a change. I think this makes Squirrel Girl just, like, overall, like, a lot worse, I think. 10 less damage per primary when you add it up over the course of, like, Squirrel Girl spamming is, that's interesting. That's interesting. This feels like a change targeting towards low elo, which I know a lot of people really hate Squirrel Girl and low elo, so it makes sense. Just makes this character like a lot weaker. I think just makes this character weaker overall, like, and definitely way worse at spamming. 10 damage per hit is like a big deal. So yeah. Ooh, Winter Soldier changes. Okay, Bucky is getting a handy improvement in his close quarters control. Trooper's Fist new effect. Second Strike now applies a 1-second debuff to enemies hit, preventing them from using mobility abilities. I should know what Trooper's Fist is. That's his melee, right? That's like the yeah. Second Strike now applies a 1-second debuff to enemies hit. It's not really good. That just seems really good. That actually seems really, really good. Yeah, so you hit them once, and then at the end, when you uppercut them, they can no longer move for 1 second. That's a crazy change, actually. Like Bucky's already good against dive, but this really helps his matchup against, like, Magik. Well, I don't know if does that count as mobility abilities where she fades with the disc. I don't know, but she can't dash away. A lot of tanks can't run away. Venom, like characters like Venom and Cap and stuff, that's gonna be frustrating for them. But what I'm mostly thinking about this for is the Psylocke matchup. She can't like instantly dash away, so like, which means I guarantee get one more shot in. Like, you always get a shot in if you can hit the second shot. Like, you just need that 1 second to get one more shot in, which is enough to kill a lot of characters. Like, what would happen sometimes, you would catch a Psylocke off guard, you would hit her with the melee, and then she just instantly dash and then fade, and then you lost her, and then she just gets away. But now, that's like, if she gets hit by Trooper's Fist, she's dead. Like, that's it. It's over for her. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. This is really nice. This is really, really nice. Big against Hulk? Yeah, I agree. Big against a lot of tanks, mobility tanks for sure. For sure. That's really big. Okay. Now we're moving on to the strategist, chat. I think, I'm not gonna lie, all of these changes, I think for the most part, fine. It's fine. I don't hate any of the changes. Some of them I really like, but what actually matters is the strategist changes. Like, those actually matter, like, way more than the other changes. So yeah. So, like, the first one, Invisible Woman. Sue's storm control and ultimate abilities just got more fantastic. Increased slow effect to enemies passing through Guardian Shield from 30% to 35%. Increase invisible boundary ultimate ability healing per second from 165 to 180. Increase invisible boundary. So that's really nice. Slows enemies within range by 20%. This ultimate is way better. Like, way better. Like, insanely better, actually. This is really, really, really good. You know, slowing them more. Well, so like, Guardian Shield is her. Let's go look. Where are you at? Yeah, this is her right click, right? So like, enemies that are trying to pass through it and dive over are gonna get slowed more. So that's pretty nice of a change, just slightly more. But like, this is what really matters. More healing in your ultimate. That's gonna be harder to just like you're gonna be able to kill through, but you have to burst it down, and it's just gonna have overall more healing. Probably gonna be make it a little bit better against stuff like Punisher ult and just like massive amounts of damage. And then the fact that like you get slowed when you're in it by 20 means that like you just never want to push into it. It's like space that you just get to control for sure. That's really, 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 really good. This is really, 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 really good. Yeah. Insane. This was the biggest problem. This is the biggest reason why Invisible Woman was bad, by the way, is because her ultimate was bad relative to like Luna. So if we see Luna nerfs, which I'm pretty sure are in here, to her ultimate, and then buffs to Invisible Woman ultimate, it kind of levels it out a lot more, you know, maybe makes Invisible Woman even better in some cases. So we'll see. Jeff the Land Shark. Jeff's ultimate leaves a healing pool after use. Dive in for some aquatic rejuvenation. Its Jeff ultimate ability now leaves an 8-meter radius healing pool at the point of activation that heals allies within range by 100 per second. Healing pool lasts for 8 seconds. What the fuck is that? It's like a poor man's defensive ult. That's actually so funny. What? Okay. So you can... Jeff's in like this weird spot though, where he's like he wants to, so Jeff can decide. I actually kind of like this because Jeff could decide to use this ultimate kind of a little defensively, because you kind of want to think about like your teammates going to be able to utilize it. It lasts for 8 seconds long and it can keep your team alive. It's good in the clutch. Like imagine a situation where it's like a 3v3 fight, or let's just say it's a 3v5 fight, and then you pop Jeff ult, you kill 2 people, and you take them off the map with you. And so now all of a sudden it's a 2v3, but then you have a pool that's there for 8 seconds that's going to keep your other 2 members alive and give them a chance to clutch up against the 3. Like it could be really cool. Like I think this could actually be really strong. Yeah, that's actually wild that they did that. I want to see how that visually looks, but yeah. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of every support just needing this like defensive ult, but I like how this is kind of, because of the nature of Jeff's ult, you have to decide how to use it. If you go into their backline and grab 2 people and throw them off with you, your team can't use the healing pool. So it's kind of like, it's only going to be useful in the optimal situations for it. It adds an extra layer of decision making to the Jeff. So I think it's good. I think it's cool. In this case in specific, in particular, I think it's really cool. Okay, Loki. Less damage, healing, and ultimate activation time for the God of Mischief. Holy shit. Okay. Less damage, healing, and ultimate ability active time. Okay. Reduce illusion damage and healing ratio from 100% to 80%. Illusion damage and healing ratio. So those are going to be his clones, right? They're going to do 80% of the damage and the healing instead of max. With his doppelganger is what it looks like, right? Am I trolling? I think I'm right. Yeah. Illusions, damage, and healing ratio. That's a lot less, right? Doesn't that just like massively nerf his overall healing and damage output? Like by a lot. Reduce God of Mischief ultimate ability shapeshift period from 15 seconds to 12. If using an active duration ability, Luna's ultimate, reduce shapeshift residual period after ability ends from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Shapeshift residual period. Shapeshift period. So from what I get by this means that you can't pre-copy as early, right? Like, because before you could pre-copy and you had it for so long. Let's look at this again. Because yeah. Because like what you could do is you could pre-copy and then you're still gonna be able to like wait out the 12 seconds and then at the end pop Luna ult, right? It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing as before, but like less time that you can kind of just chill and like hold the ability, like hold the ultimate. You can't like pre-copy and just wait forever, which is probably a good thing. I think it should have been 90. 80% seems too much. I mean, that's a lot. Like that's a lot. Like, but chat, you gotta understand that Loki was probably the strongest character in the game. Like, especially with Luna Snow ultimate, especially when people were close to the character's skill ceiling, he was probably the strongest character in the game. Now, this unfortunately really nerfs like the 99% of Lokis that weren't close to his skill ceiling. Myself included. Like I flexed to Loki a lot, and I know that this is gonna make me like really bad. Because before I could make so many mistakes and still get so much value. I just don't really think that's the case. I don't really think Loki's dead from this because of just how dominant he was. But I think gone are the days that Loki is just like this character that can just hard carry, get free value, you're gonna have to work really hard to get a lot of value from this character. So it might be a little heavy-handed, especially just off of the damage nerfs that we just got for Loki. But yeah, this is a monumental change. Like, what I just looking at these buffs plus this, and I haven't even looked at Luna yet. I believe that they just want to remove Luna and Loki from the top two, because it's like at this point it doesn't really make sense to play anything besides Luna Loki, and now it's gonna be very like, I think Invisible Woman's gonna be good. Jeff can be situationally good, and in triple support is definitely gonna be good, and then Adam's gonna be good. Like, there's gonna be a lot of alternatives to Loki now. As before, I just think that you should just always be playing like Loki with Luna. But anyways, let's talk about Luna. Let's get the full picture here. Luna, ultimate ability duration is getting cooled down. See, we do nerf her. Okay, nice. Reduce Fate of Both Worlds ultimate ability duration from 12 seconds to 10. I guess 10. It should have been 8. It should have been 8. No, 10's okay. 10's okay. It's still probably the best ultimate. Maybe Cloak and Dagger might be a little better in some cases, but she's still really hard to kill. They didn't change anything about her survivability. So like, it's still the hardest to consistently kill over like Cloak and Dagger ultimate. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if this is enough. But like, I think they're kind of trying to do this a little light-handed by nerfing and buffing. It's crazy to me how Luna just gets a slight little ult nerf, and then like Loki gets butchered this bad. It's a little wild to me. This is actually really wild to me. Like Loki, a lot of Loki's strength in the meta came from the fact that he can just make up for Luna Snow's weaknesses and then copy her really powerful ultimate. And then I feel like he gets the majority of the punishment for that meta coming to fruition. But we'll see how the dust settles. But I still think, like, even with all of these changes to Invisible Woman, I still think Luna Snow ult's better. It's still probably the most powerful ultimate in the game, most likely, with maybe an argument to be made about Cloak and Dagger ultimate, because it does last longer. I don't know. I don't know if this is enough, chat. What do y'all think? Do y'all think this is enough? Leave my girl alone, coach. Okay, Mantis gets a little more slippery. Mantis was slippery. Movement boost from Nature's Favor now decays to 0 over 2 seconds after being hit instead of instantly disappearing. Now decays. Okay. From Nature's Favor is... Let's see. Which one was Nature's Favor? Nature's Favor was her passive. Receive a movement boost when not injured and healing over time. This is... And healing over time. Okay, this is nice because... Yeah, you take some damage, or like you popped it, and you're still gonna go from fast to slow, you're gonna go fast gradually to slow. You're not gonna go like fast slow. It gives you more time. Yeah, because it decays. This is actually good. This is a nice change to Mantis. Really nice, really nice. It's not nothing crazy, but it's gonna feel nice. Ultron's ultimate now deals extra pain. No defense is too strong for the AI Overlord. Ultimate ability new effect deals 125% damage to bonus health. Oh, wait a second. Can this motherfucker just kill through Luna ults? I mean, it can definitely shred her bonus health, and it can fry like rocket bonus health. Like fry it. I already thought that, like, I like where they're going with this ult though. Like, because like I like that they're not making Ultron ult like the other ults. I'm glad that they're doubling down on the burst of damage. Now, this might not be enough to really make a difference, but I like it. Like, I like the idea. I would probably maybe you could increase a little more, but yeah, I think it's good. I think overall this is a good change. Good change for Ultron. Ultron's actually been fairly good this season. Okay, wait a second. Chat. Where's Human Torch changes? Where's Torch changes? Where is Torch changes? Huh? Is Human Torch getting no torch changes? Are you joking right now? You just super buffed Invisible Woman. What? Where's the torch changes, bro? That makes no sense. I can't. That makes no sense. That actually makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, Phoenix changes are also crazy, by the way, because Phoenix is super strong. However, Phoenix is newer. Like, I get it. She's not as oppressive as Torch if she's left unbanned. I think Torch can be completely oppressive, like just absurdly oppressive if left unbanned. And he's still a permaban this season. Like, I think, like, you could make an argument that Emma's no longer a need to be permaban this season. You could make an argument that Black Panther, you don't, if you were banning Black Panther before, which I don't think everyone was, but if you were, you could probably ban some other stuff. I think you could be fine. Like, you could make an argument that you don't have to care as much about the Luna Loki thing. You could try some alternatives. But Torch? Like, and Psylocke took a hit. She was like, she was one of the top 3 best DPS. But no Torch changes? I don't get it. I don't get it. They did all this and no torch change. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? You know what? Chat. Okay. This patch so far, patch notes, it's a win. It's actually a win. I know that Loki players are going to be a little mad, but like, at least we get some diversity in the support roster, right? Luna Loki isn't the only thing that makes sense to play anymore. I think there's other alternatives, and we're going to talk about those in videos on this channel going forward as the meta kind of plays out. But a lot of people were kind of sad because in season 3, nothing really changed. A lot of things changed here. A lot of things changed. And I think there's less things that need a permanent ban. So you have more space to like ban Torch and then ban other stuff. If you want to ban Hulk, if you want to ban this, you want to ban that, you have the room. It is just frustrating that we're once again walking into a meta where there's a character that is just gonna take a ban slot every single time, and it's Torch. Every single game that guy is getting banned. They did not nerf him, so he's just gonna eat the ban every single time. And it's not gonna be that big of a deal because I think post Torch ban, the meta is much more fresh and open. But it's frustrating because it's still gonna be a perma ban character. Like we're just wasting a ban slot for this character over and over and over and over again. Anyways, let's talk about the team ups. As the team up anchor, Angela gets 100 HP, cool. And then the new Thor Lightning Strike, which we saw already, that was really, really sick. I think Thor is going to be overall very, very cool. Magik joins the order and unlocks the new magical chain. Oh yeah, the new magical chain is cool. Don't know how good it's going to be, but it is cool. And you know, I think Strange is going to be played a lot more. So, you know, getting the Magik Strange synergy is probably not going to be too hard. Magik Psylocke, team up banished to Limbo. The team up has been banished to Limbo, removed from the game. Yep. And then Black Panther loses the team up with Magik. That's fine. Then this team up, it looks really strong. We'll see how strong it is. And then Arcane Order. Looks like the Arcane Magik is getting a bit weaker for Scarlet Witch. Reduce the Sorcery Surge explosion damage upon hit from 12 to 6. It's fine. Maybe they're just a little bit worried about this team up. I think Scarlet Witch is just going to be better without the need of the team up now. So yeah, overall chat, I really do think that this patch is actually a win. It does what everyone wants it to do, which is mixes up the meta. Like, I think people have just been a little tired of the same meta where just the same things happen and there's these giant periods of nothing happening. I think that there's a lot more alternatives here. Maybe this is not enough. And like maybe Emma's still like the best tank in the game. There's like a lot of question marks we have here. But with the introduction of a new tank in Angela, the next introduction of a lot of new threats and power level in a lot of different places, I'm really excited. I'm really optimistic about this patch overall. The only thing the only thing that I can point to that's like what the hell is the fact that there's no Human Torch nerf. But other than that, I think it's good. I think it's reasonable. Doesn't Angela now counter Torch? I mean, I probably not, but maybe she has some counterplay to him, but it's not gonna hard counter. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I think this patch is good. I think this patch is good. I'm actually mad hyped about season 4. Because really, more than anything, what we need is just more tanks and supports, and the fact we're getting a new tank is really, really cool. So yeah, I'm hoping Daredevil is the support. He probably won't be, but I hope so. But anyways, I think that this wraps up my tier list breakdown. Definitely smash the like, subscribe, and look out for my new videos on the meta coming soon. But yeah.